Hey mamas, it's your girl Sharita from the Morgan Unlimited Growth Institute, where you can find solutions for your child's behavior and learning challenges. Hey y'all, I got a question. I was just thinking about this. What if we engage in self-care every day? Okay? Now, if you're like me, and I'm much better than I used to be, but it can be a long time. Hi, Isabella. Isabella, hello, welcome. We're talking about self-care for moms. What if we did it every day? When I talk to moms about self-care, I say, what do you do for self-care? A lot of times they say, what's that? Or you mean for my kids? And they have to really think about what they do to take care of themselves most of the time, honey. And I know that a lot of us wait a long time before we take care of ourselves, before we do something that makes us feel good. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Do you feel like you have enough self-care in your life? Do you feel like you take care of yourself enough? Do you feel like you pamper yourself enough? Or do you feel like right now I gotta take care of what the kids need, I'll worry about myself later? This is what I hear moms saying all the time. Are you that mom? That's the beeping going on in the background. My oldest daughter's baking cookies right now. They smell good too. Are you that mom that's like, everybody else needs something, and then at the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, like I'm just too exhausted to do anything for myself? My question is it that we don't have time to take care of ourselves? Or is such a big task to take care of ourselves? Or is it that we're not focused on taking care of ourselves? We're focused on taking care of everyone else, and we feel that if we take care of ourselves, take time for ourselves, someone else might need something. So that means that we're being selfish. I'm saying this because I know as a mom, I have felt that way. And at times I still do feel that way. And the moms and their kids are in my tutoring and coaching program. We have these discussions all the time. It all boils down to mom guilt. It all boils down to, do I feel like I deserve to take this time every day? If I take this time to do this special for me, do I feel like I'm supposed to be doing that, or do I feel like I'm supposed to be taking every ounce of my time and my energy and my thoughts and dedicating it to my kids, to my family, my partners, my husbands, right? Some of us take care of other family members. Some of us take care of our parents too, right? And then if you work from home, or you go to work, or you have a business to run, that needs everything. Now you know that we are spending lots of places. But here's the problem. We're always saying, at the end of the day, I really don't have time. Or at the end of the day, I'm just too exhausted. Or my kids need something, right? At some point, aren't we going to burn out? At some point. At some point, aren't we going to lose who we really are on the inside? And you look in the mirror one day, you realize this is not who I am. You see the person staring back at you and yourself, and you don't recognize that person. You don't recognize that person because deep down inside, you're still you, but you have pushed yourself so far down, and you have put yourself so far back on the back burner that you're not even connected with yourself anymore. Okay? How do you pull yourself up out of that? And the reality of it is that don't many of us go through a depression when we're feeling like that? When we keep denying ourselves what we need to feel good and special, right? And take care of ourselves. After a while, don't you start to go through a depression when you're just waking up to take care of the kids, and then doing everything you're supposed to do for your family, and then going to bed at night, and then getting up, and you never checked in with yourself. You never said, hey girl, how you doing today? What do you need? What's going to make you feel good? Do you have aches and pains that you just dismiss, right? And you just like, because I don't have time. I don't have time for an ache and a pain. I don't know where they came from. They're not welcome here. I don't have time. I got stuff to do. Or you start getting sick. And it's like, man, I don't have time to be sick right now. I got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Okay. At some point, you're going to burn out. At some point, you're going to lose yourself. And then wonder, where did that girl go? For me, it's like, where did Sharita go? You understand? I've been through this a couple of times in my life during my journey of motherhood. Now, I love being a mother so much. I love being a mother. You know what I mean? And I feel so blessed. I'm honored, and I feel so blessed that I was able to create a life, carry that life. When my babies were born, take care of them, nurse them, feed them, wash them, clothe them, teach them, right? And then take care of them even out to the day. I love being a mother. So this is not about dismissing our children. This is about being better. Because if you're burned out and you start to fall apart, everything that you're working hard to keep together is going to fall apart too. It's going to get less than your best. You understand? If you have daughters and they see you walking walking around here day in and day out, not taking care of yourself, stressed, depressed, anxious, not taking time for yourself, we're teaching them to do the same thing when they become mothers. It's imperative that we take care of ourselves. How do you do that? Well, this is what I usually recommend for moms to do. Take a sheet of paper, and then I have to keep checking in on them because this may be a hard step for them to even do. Take a sheet of paper and write down 10 things that you want to do for yourself, but you keep putting on the back burner. It becomes a habit after a while. Sometimes a lot of times it's not even necessary. It's just we've told ourselves this story that we don't have time to take care of ourselves, or it's not that important, or something else is a priority, and that's not a priority right now. So for some moms, this is a step that is very difficult for them to do. And then I help moms throughout, and I keep checking on them, and we keep talking about self-care so they can get to the point where they start to take care of themselves. If what I said right now makes you want to run out the door, you really need to do it. You really need to do it. Let me tell you, okay? Because it's your reaction to it shows, oh, I really need to do this. Whatever you're afraid of, whatever you're pushing away, it's time to really force yourself to go ahead and confront it and go ahead and do it. Do you take that sheet of paper and you write down 10 things at least that you want to do just for you that has nothing to do with the kids? Don't be saying, yeah, I do self-care. Sometimes me and the kids watch a movie. Sometimes me and the kids. No, we're not talking about you and the kids. We're talking about you. Okay? And then on that sheet of paper, write down the big things and the little things. And then start doing the little things every day. Okay? And pick one thing to do every day. When I was younger, when I was my first time around being a mother, I was very, very depressed. I was very anxious, and I was denying myself every little thing, and I was not taking care of myself, and I was just dragging myself through the days. And I sat down one day, I got fed up, and I decided to just start writing. And I did more than 10. I ended up with 50, and then I just started doing them. And one thing on that list, it was the simplest thing, was sit down and have a cup of tea. Now, I love tea, y'all. Oh my gosh, tea. I drink tea all the time now. But it was something that I longed to do, that for some reason I told myself not to do it. So I put the teacup on the counter, and I put the tea bag next to it to set myself up. This is what you got to do when you're trying to pull yourself up out of depression, or you pull yourself out of the habit of not taking care of yourself. You have to set yourself up and do one little baby step at a time, okay? So I put the tea bag on the counter. Now I love loose leaf tea, but back then it was a tea bag and it was the cup. And honey, I walked past that teacup and tea bag every single day for days. I could not bring myself to do it. Every time I saw it, I had something else to do. Then I had to really force myself to do it. And I did that with everything that I had put on the back burner. So you're not putting yourself on the back burner and avoiding your own self-care just because you're a mom and you're busy. You're putting yourself on the back burner and avoiding self-care because you're stressed, because you're depressed, because you are anxious. You know what I mean? Because you don't feel good. That's why you're doing that. So you really have to work at it, okay? And when I was able to drink that cup of tea, then I was able to do everything else on my list. You have to push yourself past that first step. So don't say no about that list. Go ahead and do it. So now another thing that I just did recently, I needed to do it again, was to take a bath. Okay? Instead of taking a shower, because I have to run throughout the day, take a bath. And when I decided to do it and I finally started doing it, because in my mind, your mom will play tricks on you and tell you why you shouldn't be doing it. You don't have time. It's going to be quicker to just do this or do that. You do something else right now. Your mind will play tricks. Understand this process. When you're trying to take care of yourself and you've been denying yourself because you're stressed, depressed, going through, you have some anxiety, your mind will play tricks on you and have you believe that this simple act of self-care is a big deal, something that you should be putting on the back burner. So I went from just filling the tub, you know what I mean, and getting in it, and I had to push myself to do that, to now I got to a point where I absolutely love it and I'm doing it every day. Man, I make sure the tub is clean really good. I fill it up with water, and then I drop some stuff in it. Sometimes I'll drop some apple cider vinegar in it, right? And sometimes, like today, I love essential oils. A mixture of lavender essential oils and lemon essential oils in that water. I lit a candle, and I turned on some affirmations from YouTube, and I took a bath, and y'all, it felt so good. And it wasn't even a long time. You know what I mean? But you set it up. The essential oils in the bathroom, candles right in my room, just put it over, you know, while the water's running. It's not a long time. Do stuff to take care of yourself. And that's very good for stress. You take a bath and you do things that you want to do during your bath time. It's very good for stress. It's very calming. Your skin will feel softer. You deserve it. So write down, those are some things. I have other things too, honey. Take a look over here. You see, I don't know if you guys can see, that's a board. It's a board over there. I mean, I teach, so I have tons of boards in my house. And I still use it today. I still use the writing today as a way to pull myself up when I find myself slipping. Years ago was a little fat notebook. And now when I've had enough and I'm like, I see myself slipping, I will bring out a board and I will write down everything I want to do for myself and I want to accomplish, and all kind of self-care stuff in there. And I read it every day until it starts to become something I do all the time. So I advise you, recommend, I really, really, really recommend moms that you get a paper and a pencil or a pen and write down what you want to do to take care of yourself. What would make you feel good? Do it. And hang it up somewhere so you can see it all the time. If you have a board and you don't mind a board taking up half your living room like I just did, I push it over there by the window so it doesn't take up too much, but I can still see it, right? Do that. You know what that means? This is a priority. When you write it down and hang it up, or you give it a big display like that, that means this is a priority. My daughters see and they be reading it. My youngest daughter come over there when I'm reading every day, and she come and she start reading it with me, okay? And then she took a green marker and she wrote in a little corner what she wanted to do to take care of herself. This is what I mean. We are examples for our children of how to take care of ourselves. And the last thing I want, and I talk to my oldest daughter about this all the time. She's 16 years old. When you get older, I want you to take care of yourself. I don't want you to be burnt out, just day to day trying to survive, giving everything to everybody else and not loving yourself. And I don't want you to do it all on your own, okay? I want you to always feel like you can come home, always feel like, we're gonna be here. When you carrying that baby, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there cooking some good old food, you know what I mean? Cleaning up, you know what I'm saying? Making sure you eat good, making sure you all right. You understand? We have to do this for ourselves. But when we do this for ourselves, our children see it and they learn. Okay? And if I'm a much happier mommy, then they benefit. So every day, let's not go a long time without taking care of ourselves. Let's not keep putting it off. There's no reason to put it off. And if you're putting it off, probably most likely because you're not feeling good or you're depressed, the sooner you make that a priority and force yourself to do it, when you cross over that space into a new space, that's when you'll start to feel better about yourself. That's when. So you really need to do it, all right? All right, I was just thinking about y'all. My bath felt so good. And then I went in my bedroom and I have a mixture of coconut oil and mango butter. It smells so good. So I'm feeling really good right now. And I wanted to share it with you. I want to make sure that you understand that your self-care is not just, it's okay to take care of yourself, but it is necessary. It is absolutely necessary. As a matter of fact, with a lot of issues that you're having, it's probably the solution. Okay? So make it a priority. Do one step at a time. Pick one thing. It could be as small as a cup of tea every day like I did, or something small like that. Or it could be something that's a little more time consuming, right? It take a little bit longer, right? Like take a nice bath. Or it could be something like go and take a little mini vacation. Or it could be go to the spa. I've done that too. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be go sit down in a restaurant and eat by yourself and relax. Or it could be go to see a movie yourself, go for a walk in the park. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do, you can do, and you can find time to do it. If you're a single mom and you're taking care of your kids, and it's like, it's all just me and I don't have time, honey. When they're in school, that's self-care time. All right. And then if they're in school but you're at work, honey, when your next day off, that's a self-care day. Listen, find time, okay? You'll be happy. When you make it a priority, you will find time. Just like we make sure that we do what we need to do for our kids. We find time for that. Make sure you do what you need to do for you, okay? All right, I love y'all. Talk to y'all soon. Believe in yourself, believe in your child, honey, and always remember that growth is unlimited. Peace.